shouldn't care.
What's good, everyone? Hope you guys are doing very well. Before we actually start the video, I just wanted to show you all the books that I read last week. So first off, we read Ben 10 issue 2. I kind of thought that this story is still, I'm waiting for something, you know. They introduced Cannonbolt, which is interesting that they're going to introduce him as one of the main 10 aliens for Ben Tennyson. We're finally learning a little bit more that Max is actually a plumber. Not a lot of things happen in this issue. I was kind of disappointed, so I'm giving this a 5 out of 10. I need to catch up on Absolute Batman because this is issue 15 of Absolute Batman. Was a really good read. I got to learn more and more of how this Joker is going to operate in this universe, why he turns into this giant ferocious monster, and why he's such a unique take on the Joker character in general. So I'm very excited to read the other issues that comes after it. Speaking of Absolute Batman, I actually just got done reading Volume 2 of Absolute Batman. I love what they do with Bane. They didn't just make Bane this dumb character. What a lot of people do not know about Bane is that Bane is a very intelligent individual, and they did not waste any time actually making this man someone that's worthy to go up against Batman. He is terrifying, he's menacing, he is truly a really good contender. And since we got the new Absolute Batman series coming out, I'm assuming this will be season 2 of that show, but I hope they do my Bane a good justice because Bane is terrifying in this issue. And then the last book I officially finally read is Static Season 1. I've been a fan of Static Shock for a pretty long time. I had to refresh my memory of who Virgil really was because it's been years since I've watched Static Shock, and this made me want to literally learn more and more about Static's history, his dynamic with his family, being a young kid, just trying to be the hero while also being a high school student and everything. It does give me a lot of Spider-Man vibes, but it does give me a lot of moments where he's very vulnerable. He's trying to figure out how to literally go through life with these brand new powers. So if they make a Static Season 2, I am going to be buying that immediately. They need to continue on making Static issues. Now let's get to the start of the video. I do appreciate you guys. All right, we here. You can kind of see it. It's covered in the bushes. I got the side parking this time, so let's go ahead and get our copies. I'm not gonna lie, I don't think I'm going to be buying a lot more issues. So I got issue 12 of Martian Manhunter, but I'm probably going to get volume 2 of Absolute Superman because I don't have that one just yet. Or I can get volume 1 of Wonder Woman because I do want to read her story very much. It's either that or Green Lantern or something like that. So I'm thinking about this and one of these books. Alrighty, you got the comic books. One thing I always notice about myself when I go into these comic book shops is this should be people that I talk to all the time. They were talking about the recent PlayStation news regarding physical copies are going to be discontinuing, but every single time I walk into the shop, I don't know, and I think this might be a personal thing, I feel very awkward every single time. And I never understand why. I don't know if it's because I'm autistic, if it's because I guess I don't relate to other people very well. It's so awkward. I just realized when I bought my issues, I didn't buy the bags and boards. I'll show you guys everything when I get home. All right, it is currently 9 at night. So the original plan today was actually going to the beach. My family wanted to go to the beach. It was my mom's idea, but we were actually having AC issues. I feel like I have AC issues almost every year at this point. We recently got a new unit and there was something that wasn't working properly. So that got fixed, and it was actually a very simple fix. They didn't have to pay for it, thankfully. But my mom still wanted to go to the beach. So I was able to get my comics in before we went to the beach, and now I'm kind of recording this. So I have no idea when you guys will see this video. I'm probably going to edit late night because these videos are usually pretty quick, and then hopefully you do see them. But this is a little bit of a small haul. It's only 3 books right here. This was totaling out to $30, mainly because I got a volume, but I'll show you guys that in a very soon. But the first issue I had to pick up was Absolute Martian Manhunter issue 12. This book I am very, very obsessed with because, one, I love Martian Manhunter. I think Martian Manhunter doesn't get that much love. I mean, I have always have loved the dynamic with him just being the last son of Mars, like just his shape-shifting abilities, how intelligent he is, his dynamic with the Justice League. I think that he should get a lot more love. I mean, like, the only recent thing that we've gotten from Martian Manhunter, at least in media-wise, was when he was in Zack Snyder's Justice League. That was the only time, and I wish we would have gotten more of it. So I'm hoping with James Gunn's universe, we get a little bit more of Martian Manhunter, but at least this version, I just love his dynamic of, like, you know, John Jones and the Martian, you know, trying to work together to trying to save everything while also trying to like save his marriage. But obviously at the part that I'm at, his marriage is kind of like in the dumps and all that. So he's got kicked out of the house, and I need to read issues 7 through 8. I got issue 12 because I don't know how long these books are going to last. I thought issue 10 was going to be there for a minute actually, but they sold out. So I need to pick up issues 9 and 10. So that way I can get to 11 and 12 so I can actually finish up reading Absolute Martian Manhunter in his hold. I'm really sad that the book did end. This is the last issue of it. I would have loved to see a little bit more of, like, you know, the dynamic with, you know, Absolute Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman, since they're all teaming up with each other. It doesn't seem like the characters are like forming their own type of group and everything, because like I don't think Green Lantern meets up with them. I don't think this character is meeting up with them. I don't even think Flash is meeting up with anyone in the Justice League, which is kind of crazy. Although like Flash is like one of the better ones, this one is really good, and I still need to read Wonder Woman and Green Lantern. But that's just that though. The second issue I did got, speaking of one of the characters in the Trinity, I got the annual comic of Absolute Wonder Woman. So I've been kind of eyeballing this for quite some time now. I know I haven't like been reading that much. I did actually read Absolute Wonder Woman, and I thought it was a really good start and a really interesting take. Instead of her, like, you know, being trained by her Amazonian like sisters and the mascara and all that, and then her mother Hippolyta, none of that was in there. She's not well, she is an Amazon, but she's not like raised by the Amazonians. She is raised by Circe. So she has mystical powers and all that, and she was raised in hell. So that was interesting to see with Wonder Woman, and I kind of want to see her dynamic, especially because Absolute Satana is in there, and I would love for her to have like her own kind of series. I kind of just want every goated DC hero to have like their own thing. Like, one thing I would love, if they make one of Static Shock, I'm copping it. If they make one of the Teen Titans, I'm grabbing it. I'm surprised they haven't done an Absolute Aquaman. I would think that he would be one of the more main characters that would lead into an Absolute universe, but maybe they're waiting until they're introduced with him. So I don't know what they're planning on doing with that, but we'll just have to wait and see. But keeping on with the Absolute universe, I know I'm a massive fan of the Absolute universe so far. I had to get Absolute Superman Volume 2. I know I need to get Wonder Woman. I know I need to get Green Lantern. Those are all at Volume 1s and all that, but it is so good that I had to get it. Look at Brainiac. Like, Brainiac looks insane in this comic and everything. And just in the direction that they're going with Absolute Superman, I need to read more and more of this. Like, I don't even know who this is going to be. I don't know if this is going to be Vandal Savage. I don't know if this is going to be Aquaman. I don't know if this is like a completely different character that's like completely unrelated. It could be Black Adam for all I know. I know that Black Adam is in Absolute Superman, but I haven't got that far. All I got was like, you know, like they've introduced him like being raised in Kansas and stuff like that. The fact that like he got to experience Krypton before the fall and all that, kind of very similar to how Supergirl, like, you know, handled everything. She lived on Krypton, and now she had to like help Superman and all that. Like, this is a really good take on Superman as someone who's, I would arguably say, a Superman hater. I have Superman shirts. That doesn't mean I like Superman. I'm a Batman guy. I love Batman. And I would say I would love Absolute Superman more than Absolute Batman. Although I did read Absolute 15 of Absolute Batman, and now it's getting really good. Like, they introduced Joker. I'm assuming the newer issues, we're going to look more in depth into Batman's friends, like Penguin, Two-Face, Riddler, going more in depth in that. And then I think they're going to start slowly going into the Scarecrow arc, which I'm really excited to get in there and everything, but I got to find those issues and got to save up for a lot of money. I keep spending money. I'm about to have a bunch of conventions very soon, but enough of that. I'm not going to be reading any of these issues. I'm going to be reading Absolute 7 of Absolute Martian Manhunter, mainly because if I read that book and I just skipped everything, I would have just spoiled myself, and I want to literally enjoy the book in all of its glory. So I'm going to go ahead and sit down and read Absolute Martian Manhunter. I'm also going to move you guys a little bit because it didn't look like the camera is like wide and center. Okay, I got it. So let me go ahead and check this out real quick. I was going to wait until like the volume did come out because I was so ahead, but since I've been buying all these covers like 7 and 8 and now I have 11 and 12, I might as well just be like, you know what, I'm just going to go ahead and go right into it. First off, beautiful cover. I mean, I should have probably got like some of the 8 covers, but you know what, it's fine. All right, let's get right into it. Like I said, like Martian Manhunter, he's funny. He's like, sorry, partner, time to wake up. Also, just like the visuals of like, you know, John Jones is the Martian, and he just switches back and forth, and they're literally one. Just like the visuals alone too. Like, I'm sad they couldn't like extend this or make some sort of like, you know, workout thing, but I think it was meant to be like a standalone thing within the universe, to not like interact with any of the Justice League members. I completely forgot his own son actually got affected by the White Martian. That's an interesting trick. She's eating like the colorful ramens in here. Oh, he's going to show him exactly who he is. Man, they really do put a lot of ads in here. They put ads on some of the compact books, and then I flip over, I see one page, and then another, like, Batman #4 issue. That's crazy. Oh, this is one of those issues where you can, like, look through the light and actually, like, see the page. He just misses being with his family, like, his wife and kid. Just getting ready in bed. And then I guess the next page is, like, her just being alone. Oh, man, who is this guy? This guy has to be like the White Martian now. There was also a holiday issue too. That's crazy. But alrighty, man. A lot of stuff went down. John Jones is now trying to understand what the Martian is. Even though in issue 6, you kind of got him like trying to protect his family and everything, he still had to move out, and he misses his wife and kid, even though like he wasn't really like that good of a husband, but he also had to deal with, you know, something living in his head and everything like that. So I do like that dynamic with John Jones, just going through trying to be an unlikely hero, but also able to like read minds and everything like that. So it's a very sad, like, you know, dynamic that like you kind of have to do what you have to do to like, you got to make like sacrifices in order for you to like help others and stuff like that. So it does show a lot of that emotion in there. And now I'm curious about who this guy is, and I'm assuming it's going to lead into potentially the White Martian, even though he went inside of Tyler. So maybe he knows a little bit of this White Martian, or he could be like a Men in Black character searching for like aliens and stuff like that. Who really knows? But I have issue 8 that I might read on my own time, so I'm very excited. Anyways, hope you guys do enjoy the new comic book day. I do want to say a couple things. Noticeably, I've been uploading a lot more videos on the channel, frankly, because I just generate so much vlogs. The guys have been so supportive of my YouTube channel that anytime I hang out with them, which is now becoming more frequent than ever, they expect me to vlog those moments, and they have no restrictions on what I should upload. Like, I have literally now a bunch of videos waiting in the queue. You guys will be able to see new videos that is not comic book related. I know a lot of you guys subscribe to the channel for food content, for IRL content, not comic stuff. This is more of like for me, and maybe get a little people on the channel that maybe be nerds like me and just want to, you know, subscribe to a channel that is also a nerd, that also does stuff outside instead of just being cooped up inside and everything like that. But I promise you, there is a lot more content IRL than just the comic stuff. I want to make the comic stuff every Wednesday, mainly due to comic books drop every Wednesday. If there is other comic book stuff like on other days, like, you know, the Supergirl stuff, that one is a little bit more of a unique one because I'm just a fan of comic book content. I'm just a fan of movies, superhero stuff, and Supergirl just happened to be coming out when I started reading comic books again. So I'm not just uploading dedicated stuff, and also conventions are coming up. Like next week, DreamCon is about to happen. I just literally got my passes right here. I can actually show you the pass. Isaac and I are currently working on trying to get a booth at DreamCon, and these are the passes that we got. This is a weekend pass. I do kind of like this space theme with all of RDC on the main badge, so I think that's also pretty cool. So there's a lot of stuff I'm really preparing for. There's a lot of videos that I'm about to like edit in the nearby future, whether it's just like, you know, we got DreamCon, then the next week I got the guys want to do something fun that next week, and then I may be actually going to Anime Matsuri in Houston, and then after that week it is convention month. Like in August I'm going to Austin, I'm going to California, I'm going to Virginia. Like I'm about to be a very, very busy person, but I'm still going to keep up with the IRL content. I'm going to be vlogging everything. So if you guys are worried that I'm merging into this comic book channel and everything like that, consider this as an addition to my content. I don't want to make just comic book content. I do want to be the traveler that a lot of you guys subscribe for. I do want to check out like cool stuff while I'm like traveling and everything like that. For all my gym rats that do subscribe to the channel, that might take a step back unless the guys, some of them want to work out with me. I know Pedro has been wanting me to do weekly gym content, but as of right now, he's in California right now with Anime Expo, which was an event that I wish would have contacted us. But it's all good. Hope you guys do enjoy. Check out that video right over there. It might be a fun video. It might be a food video. It might be a comic video. It might be just a normal vlog. It might be just something that you may actually be entertained by. Check it out right up here.